Hi guys, welcome back. We just got done with row 14, and at the end of our row we need to chain 1 and turn. For row 15 we need to do 6 solid white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And for our 7th, we need to make it a half. Change to blue. Then for 2 stitches here, we need to do 2 full blues. Then our 3rd blue, we need to switch back to white. And then for 10 full white stitches, carrying your blue with you. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. For our 11th, we pull up white, switch to blue, pull your white to tighten a little, and then we need to do 2 full blue stitches. Then our 3rd blue stitch is a half, switch to white, and then for the remainder stitches of this row, not carrying your blue with you, finish the row with white. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So then you chain 1, turn, untwist my yarn here. Okay, at the end of 15, chain 1 and turn. Now for row 16, we want to do 6 solid white. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The 7th, you want to pull up some white, switch to your blue. Then you want to do 1 solid blue. And then the next blue, you want to change to white. And then for 11 stitches, you want to do solid white for 11 stitches. On your 12th white stitch, pull up white, switch to blue. Do 1 full blue, and then do a half, pull through, change back to white. And then not carrying your blue, finish the row with just your white. Okay, for round 17, do 5 full whites. 4, 5. And then on the 6th, you want to pull up a white and switch to blue. Tighten your white. Carry your white with you, as always. And you want to do 4 full blue stitches. 1, 2. I'm working over this long blue we had. 3, and 4. The 5th, you want to pull up, change to white, and then you're going to do 8 full white stitches. Then on your 9th stitch, switch to blue. Carrying your white with you, you want to do 4 full blue stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. On the 5th, You want to switch back to blue. Drop your blue, just working with white, complete your row. Then chain 1 and turn, and for the 18th row, we want to do 4 full white stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 5th, pull up a white loop, switch to blue, tighten your white. You want to do 1 full blue stitch, and then in the next you want to do a half blue stitch, switch back to your white. Then you want to do 2 full white stitches, and then on the 3rd you want to do a half, switch back to blue. And then for we only need 1 stitch here, so it's going to be a half a blue stitch here. So you want to switch back to white, and then carrying your blue with you, you want to do 8 full white stitches. And then our ninth stitch, pull up a white, pull through with blue, and then we're only going to do a half stitch here with the blue, so just pull up a blue and change right back to white again. Then do 2 full white stitches, then switch back to your blue, do 1 full blue, and then you want to do a half a blue and switch back to white. And then for the remainder stitches in this row, you want to just, not carrying your blue, just finish your white and untwist your yarn at the end. At the end of the row, chain 1 and turn. For row 19, you want to do 4 solid white stitches. 2, 3, 4. 5th one will be a half, switch to blue. Now we need to do 1 full blue, and then do a half blue, switch back to white. Then we want to do 6 solid whites. 1, 2, wait, we want to do 2 solid whites. And then on the 3rd, pull up, switch back to blue. Do 1 solid blue. And then the 2nd one is a half blue. Change to white. And now do 6 solid whites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7th is a half, switch back to blue. And now find my row here on my graph. Do 1 solid blue. Then the next one is a half. Switch back to white. Then do 2 solid whites. 1. Yarn getting tied up. Okay, and on your 3rd white, pull up, switch to blue. And then you want to do 1 solid blue. And then you want to do a half blue, switch back to white. Drop your blue. And finish the remainder with white. Then chain 1, untwist your yarn, and turn. Gets mighty twisted up at this point, switching yarn all the time. I'm sure you're having the same problem as me. Okay, for row 20, do 3 solid whites, 2, 3, and then a half white, switch to blue. Pull your white yarn tighter. Now you need to do 2 solid blues, and then the third will be half, change back to white, do 1 solid white, then do a half, change back to blue. Now you want to do 3 solid blues, the fourth will be a half, change back to white. Then for 4 solid whites, 2, 3, 4. The fifth will be half, switch back to blue. Then for 3 solid blues, 1, 2, 3. The fourth will be a half, switch back to white. Then do 1 solid white, then a half white, switch back to blue. And then do 2 solid blues, 1, 2. The third one will be a half. My yarn's getting twisted so much. Change back to white, drop your blue, finish the remaining of this round with white. Chain 1, turn, and then untwist your yarn. Okay, for round 21, the first 2 are solid white, and then switch, do a half white, switch to blue, and then carrying your white with you, you want to do a total of 25 blues. Just like we did here, we're going to be doing 2 rows of 25 blues for row 21 and 22. So you want to do a solid 24, and then on the 25th stitch we'll switch. Okay, I just did solid 24, and my 25th stitch, half blue, switch to white, pull the blue, not carrying your blue along with you, finish the last remaining stitches. Chain 1, turn, and again the first 2 will be solid white. This is row 21. So 1, 2 solid whites, and the third switch to blue. And the next 24 stitches do solid blue. Now my 25th stitch will be a half, switch to white, not carrying your blue with you, complete with white. Chain 1, turn, untwist your yarn. Then for row 23, we need to do 9 solid whites. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to grab my blue here. I think I'm going to start 1, 2, 3. On my 4th, I'm going to bring my blue up to start carrying it with me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. On the 10th, get my blue behind. On the 10th is a half, switch to blue. Then you want to do 2 solid blues. 1, 2. Do a half blue, switch to yellow. Yellow again with the yellow. White, and then you want to do 4 solid white. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the 5th, switch back to blue. Then you want to do 2 solid blue. And the 3rd is a half of blue, switch to white. Then drop your blue, and for the remainder of this row, do solid whites. For row 24, you chain 1 turn on 23, and then on row 24 you want to do 10 solid whites. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And pulling up my blue here so I can work over it. I'm going to go in, pull up a loop. Then pull that through. Then I want to do 2 solid blues. And the 3rd one, I'll switch back to white. And then you want to do 2 solid whites. And the 3rd one at half, change back to blue. Then do 2 solid blue. Then the 3rd is a half, switch to white. And then drop your blue and finish the remainder of round 24 with white. For round 25, we need to do 11 solid whites. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And on the 12th, pull up white, pull through with blue, and you want to do 2 solid blues. 1, 2. On the 3rd will be a half, and then when you do the white will be a half. Switch back to blue, and then you want to do 2 solid blues. And then the 3rd blue, switch back to white again, and drop the blue, don't carry it with you. Finish the row with white. For row 26, we'll be doing 12 whites. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We need 12. 12 full whites. The 13th will be a half. I'm trying to get my blue up here. Just gonna then switch to blue. And then 4 solid blues. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth, be half a blue, switch to white, and then drop your blue and finish your row with solid whites. Row 27, we need 13 solid whites. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. 14 will be a half. We'll switch to blue. Tighten your white yarn. We need 2 solid blues. 1, 2. And then your third will be a half. Switch back to white. Drop your blue. And continue the remainder of the round with solid whites. Now for row 28, we need 14 solid whites. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. The 15th will be a half white, switch to blue. Then the next blue will be a half, switch back to white, drop the blue, and you can probably just cut your blue here. Leave yourself a tail to work in. Cut your blue and finish your row with white. For rounds 29 and 30, you just need to single crochet with white for the next 2 rows. And at the end of the row, chain 1 and leave yourself a long tail if you plan on sewing this on with like a tapestry needle. If not, and maybe you're going to use the single crochet method, then you can just go ahead and cut it small. It's up to you. But leave the appropriate length of tail that you need here. And then you have tails here. I usually use a smaller size hook. This was our beginning. What I'm going to do is put it through as a loop. Let's see if I can try that again. Like that. And I'm going to grab it and pull it through just to create a knot. And then you can feed it in through the rest of your blues. And do the same with your other tail as well. Make sure to tie it. I'll show you again real quick with this one. Just find a place you can go in. Like that. Pull it through just a little bit, enough till you have a loop, and pull it through. Make it a knot, and then feed it through the blue. And that's it. That's the tutorial to make the Star of David. This was the revised one. The first one I made was this one. As you can see, it's much more defined. And there was the better side. See, it's still much more defined. So if you like this tutorial, please like this video. Also, I'm going to have a graph on my page to show exactly what I was doing here. I was just following this graph that I designed. It's going to have something similar to this that you can follow on the website. So please leave your comments and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.